All right, everybody, we've got a brand new DCEU update today, and this is going to be a crazy update. Let's see what kind of news came out since Zack Snyder's Justice League got released. All right, in all seriousness, let's take a look at some of the news that has come out over the last week. It has now been a full week, week and a half since Zack Snyder's Justice League did get released on HBO Max. And man alive, has Warner Brothers been busy. Or should we say, doing damage control. This movie, Zack Snyder's Justice League, has raked in records all over the world, okay? Warner Brothers is hiding the numbers because they know they were wrong all along. Now, they are hiding the numbers, not letting everybody know what has happened. But lots of disinformation going on by Warner Brothers all across the board. And since Zack Snyder's Justice League has been released, they have been releasing, just news drop after news drop after news drop on things that are coming up. So let's talk about some of the big things that happened over the weekend or over just the last week here in general. Shortly after Zack Snyder's Justice League was released, they announced that, what's his name? I'm not even a big fan of his. Pierce Brosnan is going to play Dr. Fate in the upcoming Black Adam movie. Shortly after that, they announced that Billy Crudup is out as Flash's father in the Flash movie coming up, and that instead, Livingston, what's his name? I always forget people's names. Ron Livingston is going to be taking over his dad, the role of the dad. And you've also got the biggest drop over the weekend was that Black Adam is actually going to be released on July 29th of 2022. These are all confirmed things that are happening. How do I feel about these things? Not so good. I'm kind of soured on Warner Brothers at this stage because of the crap that they are pulling. And here are my thoughts on this. And then I'm going to talk about something that was announced today. Well, is making the news rounds today. Whether it's true or not remains to be seen, and I'll talk about that and what that will lead to in the future if it is true. They are doing all of these things. Warner Brothers is announcing all of these things to distance themselves from if I can even talk. They are trying to distance themselves from Zack Snyder's Justice League. They don't want that to succeed. They want to be right and think that it has failed or try to hide everything from the fans. I'm disgusted. I can't tell you how many tweets I've sent out this week to restore the Snyderverse. So I think that all of these things are just little things that don't really matter. I'm not a big Pierce Brosnan fan to begin with. I just don't think he's an amazing actor to any degree. I don't care if he's playing Dr. Fate. That is a second-rate character. You know what I want to see? I want to see Ben Affleck back as Batman. I want to see Henry Cavill as Superman. I want to see Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I want to see Jason Momoa as Aquaman. And I want to see Ezra Miller as the Flash in their respective films. Not even in a Justice League film right now, just in their respective films. And they're going to continue to run with Gal Gadot. They're going to continue to run with Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa. But you know what? They haven't said anything about Henry Cavill or Ben Affleck. Other than that, Ben Affleck is coming back at least one more time to play Batman in the Flash movie, which leads to a whole other can of worms. So let's talk about what's making the rounds today. It's making the rounds that they are going to be using the Flash movie as a springboard. Now, they've always said it is a soft reboot, but they're using it as a springboard to erase the Snyderverse completely from the timeline and act like none of it ever happened. And they're going to tie in all of the TV shows, the Arrowverse, the Swamp Thing show that was on the DC Universe, Doom Patrol, that they are going to kind of mesh everything together in one big multiverse, which we all knew was coming, which is fine. But you don't erase what Snyder did. I'm sorry. Snyder needs the credit. He created this version of Batman. He created this version of Superman, of this version of Wonder Woman, of this version of The Flash. It was his casting. It was his decision to have these individuals in his movies. He has laid the groundwork for everything that Warner Brothers is doing today. For them to come in and think that they're going to just slap that all to the side and smack the fans upside the head is a big mistake. And I'm going to tell you right now, as a massive fan, here is what is going to happen if they go this route. There will be a boycott like Warner Brothers has never seen. And I'm not the only fan that feels this way, okay? I will stop going to the movies. I will stop buying the comic books. I will stop buying the merchandise. And then we're going to let the money talk, because I hate to tell everybody down at Warner Brothers, Warner Media, Warner Brothers Pictures, you know what? It's not the critics that pay your salaries. It isn't the critics, and it's not the executives. It's us. It's those of us that love these characters and pay to see these characters on screen. And right now, they are completely silent on Superman. They are completely silent on Batman. And you can see I'm more fired up than I have been for any of my previous films, because I love these characters. And I am sick and tired at what Warner Brothers is pulling at this stage. We need HBO Max to step in. We need AT&T to step in. And we need some of the directors and actors in these films to step up. I see on social media, Ray Porter is being very vocal. We've got some of the other actors being very vocal in the past, but it's been pretty silent since Zack Snyder's Justice League got released. Jason Kilar is just in the wind. He hasn't said anything. Only Ann Sarnoff, who is kind of the head of Warner Brothers, she's a CEO, before you step into the AT&T world, she's the one that came out and made the disparaging remarks about exactly a week ago today, as a matter of fact. And that's what sparked my last video. So crazy things going on in the DC universe. They're completely silent on at least two of their biggest characters, Superman and Batman. And in fact, if people haven't heard, Superman and Lois, the CW show, which is getting rave reviews and is maintaining its viewership, you should pull those numbers up online and see what the Nielsen ratings say, not having a drop in viewership. And it's way higher than their other CW shows. Well, it's being pulled off the air momentarily until May because of a COVID outbreak in Canada, where they're filming and they had to shut down production. So Supergirl is coming in to fill the slot starting tomorrow. Not going to do well. Supergirl is plummeting in ratings and has been for about a year since they started to go onto this whole woke agenda, which doesn't sit well with the casual viewer and I'm not casual fans, just fans in general. You have to feed us the main characters, or we're not going to care about the second-rate characters. You can do a Zatanna show. You can do anything you want. But if you're not giving us the main characters, those things will not succeed. So it's time for Warner Brothers to get out of this little bubble that they're in and this agenda they want to push towards and start listening to the fans, or it is going to hurt them at the end of the day. And I really wish we'd get some people like Jim Lee from from DC Comics to actually start voicing their opinion. Because without everybody stepping in and saying, hey, we need to do what the fans want, they're going to continue to shovel out this garbage. Still don't know how they're going to do a freaking Green Lantern show without Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart. It just amazes me at what they are starting to pull. We need Henry Cavill back as Superman. I can tell you right now, if they announced Man of Steel 2, holy crap, would the internet break. Zack Snyder's Justice League is already starting to break the internet with all the tweets and everything else. Just imagine if they announced Man of Steel 2, how crazy the entire internet would blow up and their stock would rise. But you know what? Warner Brothers is stupid. They're run by complete morons. I have no respect for Walter Hamada, Toby Emmerich, or any of those people, and especially not Ann Sarnoff. She is now the villain of Warner Brothers at this stage for the fans. So as this news breaks and continues to break in the coming weeks and months, I'll be doing videos. And if I have to do more than one video a week, I'm going to do that. But hey, I'm going to still support the stuff that's out now. Wonder Woman 1984 gets released on physical media tomorrow. I will be buying the 4K disc and adding that to my collection. But man, you got to start giving us some Batman and Superman stuff here. I'm telling you, as a massive fan and someone who loves these characters, if you're not feeding us the main course, we're not going to be eating the sides. And it's just a fact of where this is headed. And if you try to erase the Snyderverse, there is going to be a wrath like you have never seen with boycotts across the board. This is about to get interesting. If you want Black Adam to be successful and you want The Flash to be successful, and I won't go near that movie till I find out what the agenda is. If they do use this as a way to erase the Snyderverse and just do away with it, I'll be done with DC, period. And so will a lot of other fans. And they will not get my money on that movie. They will not get my money for Black Adam. And I'll be done. It'll be finished. Warner Brothers is digging themselves a grave, and they should tread very carefully at this stage. You can see I'm fired up. So again, if you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And please leave comments. I'd love to hear what other people are thinking. I'm going to dismiss those who say stop the Snyderverse or end the Snyderverse. That's not where this is headed. We need some continuity. I even did a tweet the other day about Ryan Reynolds being Green Lantern. You know what? They don't need to recast that character. Just use Ryan Reynolds again. They don't need to rehash that story. He wasn't the issue with the movie. So let's get some continuity going here, okay? Warner Brothers needs to step up their game and do things with a continuity, not getting rid of what's come already, but to incorporate that and continue with the story. And Zack Snyder really needs to be able to finish his story on HBO Max so we can move on, get the things that we want, and move on to these other fun things that could be planned. But those other fun things aren't going to work if you're not feeding us the main course. All right, that's my update for the week. If more big news comes out this week, I will do another video. So stick to my channel, and you will get all the DC goodness coming up in the near future. I do appreciate it. Have a great week.